Hello and welcome to Honors Function. This is the second lecture about the property of logarithm. In this lecture, we're just going to practice some example. Let's begin. So in all of the example in this lecture, we have to solve equations. In the first equation, the first thing we notice is that the bases are different. What do you do when the bases are different? So let me rewrite the equation. 5 to the x equals 3 to the x minus 1. In this case, I'm going to apply ln on both sides. Okay, ln is a function, therefore an equality of input implies an equality of output. Okay, so why did I apply ln? Because now look what happens. Once you applied ln on both sides, then you have, okay, so this is actually an if and only if, but the next one is only their form. Okay, so we have x times ln x equals x minus 1 times ln 3. I've just applied the property of logarithm that allows me to take an exponent down. Okay, very common property. Then what? Now this is just a linear equation. Now you all know what a linear equation is, right? A times x plus b equals c. That's a linear equation. That's it. This is a linear equation. Okay, there's only the variable x to the first power, therefore it's a linear equation. I'm saying this, but students have a difficult time solving these kind of equations here. Okay, so it's not difficult. Okay, x times ln 5 equals x times ln 3 minus ln 3. All right, I'm going to move that there, and I'm going to, at the same time, I'm going to factor my x's. All right, so it's x times what? ln 5 minus ln 3, okay, equals what's left on this side? Negative ln 3, negative ln 3. All right, here, let's do a little bit of quick manipulation here. I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 1 just to get rid of that. So here we go. The minus will be here, the plus will be here. And ln 3 minus ln 5 is ln of 3/5, right? So it's x equals ln 3 divided by ln of 3/5 right here. Okay, what did I do here? I did ln 3 minus ln 5. That's just ln of 3/5. Okay, the difference of logs is a log of a ratio. All right, done with the first example. Second example now. I'm going to do the second example and I will let you do the third example. Okay, so hey, same thing there, right? You'll see it's a little bit more complicated here. So we have 5 to the x equals 2 times 3 to the x plus 2. Why is it a little bit more complicated? This 2 will make it slightly more complicated, but it's really not much at all. So same deal. We apply ln on both sides. All right, and so what do we have? We have x times ln 5 equals, and here, right, it's a log of a product, so it's ln 2 plus ln of 3 to the power of x plus 2. Now I want to warn you right here, please be careful. Ln of 2 times 3 to the x plus 2 has nothing to do with x plus 2 times ln of 2 times 3, right? That wouldn't make any sense, because ln of 2 times 3, that's ln 6, and so you would be saying that that's the same as x plus 2 times ln 6, and so you would be saying that this is the same thing as ln of 6 to the power of x plus 2. But of course right here you cannot multiply the base, right? Base 3 does not multiply by 2 here. Okay, so it doesn't make sense, and the reason is that x plus 2 is not the exponent of everything. It's not the exponent of everything, right? It does not apply to 2. Okay, so let's continue. So now here is almost one more line and I'll have my linear equation. X times ln 5 equals ln 2 plus x plus 2 times ln 3. Here is my linear equation. All right, so it's time to solve it. I'm gonna distribute here and I'm gonna move the one with x on the other side. Okay, so what do we have? We have x times, so it's ln 5, and here it's minus, okay, it would be minus x ln 3, so minus ln 3, right, equals, so we have ln of 2 plus 2 times ln of 3. Oh, let's close this one. So before going any further, 2 ln 3 is ln 9, ln 2 plus ln 9 is ln of 2 times 9, 18. Do you see how interesting these properties are? They simplify everything. And of course, ln 5 minus ln 3 is ln of 5/3. And so the answer is x equals ln of 18 divided by ln of 5/3. Here we go. So please, you do number 3, and I'll do number 4. Number 4. ln of x squared minus 1 equals 5 plus ln 3. Okay, so what are we going to do right here? There's different possibility. One way to deal with this is to rewrite that as a single log. So 5 is ln of e to the 5th power, right? Plus ln 3. And therefore, this is just ln of 3 times e to the 5th power. Now, this is a pretty simple equation to solve. Equality of outputs implies equality of input. Therefore, x squared minus 1 equals 3e5. I will let you finish this equation. Also, complete number 5 on your own. Let me go to number 6. All right, what do I do here? Well, I'm going to put these two logs together. It's a plus. So I have ln of 2x minus 4 times x minus 1 equals 2, so equals ln of e squared. Here we go. Equality of outputs implies equality of input. So 2x, you know what? I'm going to expand here. All right. So 2x squared. How many x's? Negative 2 minus 4, negative 6x. And then plus 4. Okay, 2x squared minus 6x plus 4 equals e squared. All right, what is this? This is a quadratic equation. 2x squared minus 6x plus 4 minus e squared equals 0. It's a quadratic equation with coefficient a is 2, b is negative 6, c is 4 minus e squared. So from there, you can solve it. All right, so I think I'm gonna still complete my square here. I'm a bit stubborn when it comes to complete the square. I think it's the easiest way to solve this equation. So let me divide by 2 first. So we have x squared minus 3x plus 2 minus e squared over 2 equals 0. Okay, so now what? So we have x minus 3/2 squared minus 9/4. All right, now this is 4 right here. So let me multiply by 4 right here. And here I'm going to multiply by 2. Okay, just do on my common denominator. So I have plus 8/4 minus 2e squared over 4. So this is negative 1/4. So we have that x is equal to, so the 3/2 have moved this way. Now, negative 1/4 is plus 1/4. So, oh, we're going to have a plus or minus right here. Now, it's a square root, right? It's going to be like, there will be a big square root, but at the denominator, I have a 4. So I'm just going to take the square root to the top, and it is 1 plus 2e squared over 2. Okay, again, on this side, I have negative 1/4 minus 2e squared over 4, which I chose to write as minus 1 plus 2e squared over 4, right? You move it on the other side of the equality, and you take the square root plus or minus. All right, now be careful right here. Be careful. We need to make sure we have not introduced extraneous root. Okay, so let's go back to our equation. What is the domain of this equation? So from the first one right here, it's actually the second, we want x above 1, and from the first one we want x above, so 2, right? X above 1 and x above 2. They both have to be true, okay? Therefore, x better be above 2. Let's look at this right there. What do we have? Are these above 2? Alright, so e is above 2, so e squared is above 4, so e squared plus 1 is above 5. Square root of e squared plus 1, what is the square root of 5? Well, square root of 5 is above 2, okay? Square root of 1 plus e squared is gonna be above 2, and you divide by 2, so that's gonna be above 1, alright? So this is above 1, and you add that to, ooh, there's a minus there. Right, so the minus is not gonna work, right? We're not gonna have that x is above 2 if you do 3/2 minus something that is above 1, okay? So we have to discard the minus. Therefore, the only solution is x equals 3/2 plus square root of 1 plus 2 e squared over 2, okay? Here we go, that's the only solution. All right, which one will I do next? I'm gonna let you do 7, I'm going to do 8. Okay, let's put everything together here. We have log base 3 of x plus 3 times 2 minus x equals, okay, 2 is log base 3 of 3 squared plus log base 3 of x plus 1. So it goes together as log base 3 of 9 times x plus 1. So it's 9x plus 9. I know I'm going to have to expand everything, so I'm just starting right here, all right? So, of course, equality of output implies equality of input. Let's expand that. So we have negative x squared. How many x's? We have minus 3 plus 2. So it's minus x plus 6 equals 9x plus 9. That's a pretty nice equation to solve. I'm going to move everything on this side, and I have x squared plus 10x, 9 minus 6 equals plus 3 equals 0. Oh, super nice to solve. X plus 5 squared minus 25 plus 3 equals 0. Okay, so we have x equals 5. I'm sorry, negative 5, right? When this is going to move on the other side, it's going to be negative 5 plus or minus square root of negative 25 plus 3, that's negative 22, 22. Okay, now watch out here. Let's check out the domain of this equation. We want, okay, so from here we want x above negative 3. From here we want 2 minus x, so we want x smaller than 2, okay? And here we want x above negative 1. Wow! That is a pretty restricted domain. It's all and, okay, you all have an and right there. So you better be between negative 1 and 2. Oof. All right, I have two possibilities. I have negative 5 minus plus or minus square root of 22. So of course, we're getting rid of the minus. All right, negative 5 minus, okay. Now, negative 5 plus root of 22, I think that should make it. Let's think a little bit about this one. Root of 22 is between the root of 25 and the root of 16. So it's between 4 and 5, okay? 4 and 5. Therefore, if you do negative 5 plus a number between 4 and 5, you are going to be between negative 1 and 2, right? Negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. Negative 5 plus 5 is 1. So actually, you're going to be between negative 1 and 1. So we are keeping the positive 1, and the solution is negative 5 plus square root of 22. Here we go. All right, you're going to do the last one, and I'm going to stop right here. Thank you for watching.